Hello guys, this is Atlas.
And Vulture.
And today we're going to be talking about our top 5 first-person shooters.
Woo!
That's a tough one.
It is.
That was my main category of games. About all I played until about a few years ago. And I played some here and there, but mostly just Call of Duty, a lot of COD and Halo. I think what really changed that was Skyrim.
Skyrim.
That really...
Thank you, Bethesda.
That really got me into other types of games. It got me, it was a stepping stone. Number 5. Number 5.
Are we doing franchise or
No,
game in general?
just the game in general, because I don't want to loop in Black Ops 2 with an epic game like Modern Warfare 4. Okay?
Right.
I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that.
Black Ops 2.
Right, because that would totally ruin the overall score then for that company, I think. I'm sorry if you like the game, guys, but it is fucking horrible. From a guy who's played every COD since they came out, it is horrible.
Got that right.
Oh, number 5.
World at War. Call of Duty.
No.
No?
I would have to say... Fuck, I had it and I lost it. You know yours?
I have no clue.
My number 5...
We've come ill-prepared, sir.
Right. Halo 2. Halo 2, I'm going to go with number 5. Just because it is the first game that really got me, it's for original Xbox. Got me really into online multiplayer. I'm going to have to go with that one.
I'll have to agree with you, but I'm going to diverge a little bit. I'm going to have to say Combat Evolved.
The first one?
The very first Halo.
No, yes. I spent many of hours playing that game.
It was an excellent game.
It was. It was groundbreaking.
It was speechless for that time.
Yeah. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Like, was it Gulch or whatever? We'd have the base on one side, base on the other, and it was so small.
Yeah.
We had the mountain ridges and everything. Man, me and the guys one night when we were in, 8th grade, so many years ago. It was the fair time. And we came back at 10 o'clock at night, and we played that Halo game from 10 p.m. to probably 9 a.m. or so. Just straight. 4 of us, split screen, not online, just having fun. It was nuts. It basically on just that map. It was fucking crazy.
Number 4.
He is.
Number 4.
What the fuck would be? Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what my top 3 would be. That way I can determine what my 4th would be. Number 4. Let's see. I will give that to Perfect Dark for Xbox 360.
That is a good game.
It was a very good game.
Are we going just first person, or can we throw in a third person in there?
Yeah, why not? You can throw in a third person in there. I don't see why not. Well, that might change up my whole strategy, my whole thing, but sure, why not?
Well, for my 4th, I'm going to have to say Bullet Witch.
Never played it.
It's not a very well-known game.
No.
But it is very fun.
I think I saw the second one out at Walmart. I think it's still there. For $30, $35?
No, you might be thinking of Witch Hunter.
Maybe that's it.
Okay, Bullet Witch is...
Bullet Witch, Witch Hunter. Come on now.
It's where you're this woman called Alice. And she comes back from the dead. And she's got these demonic powers. She turns into a witch. And you gotta stop...
Sounds relatively close to Resident Evil, in the movies.
And she does have to stop an onslaught of zombie-type material.
Well, come on, man. Come on, man.
Talking about Resident Evil? Alright, no... Well... What's your number 3, sir?
Number three. Oh... Oh. Number 3. You know what? I was a big fan of Call of Duty 3, actually. I'd say that's probably my number 3 is Call of Duty 3. Big maps, man. That's when sniping was in its prime. I mean, screw this shit right now and lately in all the Call of Duties. I mean, Call of Duty 3, it was good, probably quarter-mile, half-mile shots in some of the maps, like the Dam. For all you people that actually played COD back in the day, the Dam. Ultimate fucking map, man. You could snipe people from so far away it'd be in game. And like, you couldn't even, just looking down, you couldn't see them. Just because you had that scope is the only way you could see them, man. Just boom!
What's you tell them about that shot through the smoke?
Oh, that wasn't Call of Duty 3. That wasn't Call of Duty 3. That's Call of Duty 2.
Oh.
And yes, that's before Call of Duty 3 came out. Me and my buddy Bryce were playing that game. And I don't remember the name of the map, but it was the one with like a barn on one side and just... Well, I think it was nothing on the other side. Just a fence on top of a hill, and then there was underground tunnels in the middle. And you could pop up, I guess, in the middle. But I was on one side of the barn side in regular team deathmatch, and a guy throws a smoke grenade, and then one of his teammates starts running for the smoke from like the right side of the screen it would be, and I start tracking him with my sniper, Springfield in that game, and I'm not close enough, I can't track him fast enough to get on him before he runs in there, so I'm slowly panning across, and I'm like, he should be right about here. Boom! Freaking headshot, man. Took head right off. Well, it would have been right off. But in the game, of course, heads don't fly off, which I think body parts should fly off in these games. Screw the little kids. They shouldn't be playing anyways.
It's rated
M.
M.
Not be playing anyways.
Censorship.
But yes, it was awesome. I probably couldn't do it again, but it was badass. What's your number 3?
Oh, my number 3, man. You've given me something to think about here. Not really.
Right.
This is a toughie. I'm going to have to go with one of the revolutionary shooters out there. I'm going to go with the first Doom for number 3.
Yeah. I don't think I ever played. I did play a little bit, but that was so long ago.
Oh, man. I've played it through and through.
I was very, very young, I do believe, when the first Doom came out.
Yep.
I mean, I'm a little bit older than you.
Mm-hmm.
By a little, I mean 5 years. But God, I'm actually talk about it. I'm gonna look this up of when Doom came out.
Mm-hmm. Hell, you can still download it online. Right. It might be free nowadays. Who knows?
There you go, Doom video game.
It's probably like 84.
1993, actually.
Shit, really?
Yeah, that's what it says. 1993.
No kidding.
Yeah.
There is actually an Easter egg in that game. You go through. I don't remember how to get there, but eventually, it's the creator's face. It's really cool. Some of you should check it out if you want.
Speaking of old school shooters like Doom,
yeah,
which is basically saying like Duke Nukem.
Oh, Duke.
I remember that when I was like
killing those pigs.
8, 9, yes, killing those pigs. And there's that one level that if you have like a certain filter off, maturity filter or something like that, code, and you could go into the strip club and click on the stripper and the boobs would show with the little booby tassels. God, I remember that. I was like 8 years old, man. Oh, that was the best thing at the time.
Pixelated boobies,
right? Back when our computers were 300 megabytes was our big hard drive at the time. Yes. That was way back in the day. Probably aging myself. I got the young viewers going, man, you're old. And the older viewers going, man, that ain't nothing. I remember Pong. For hours.
Bing. Bing.
Bing, one click and you're done. I don't know. One day, what we're gonna make that a video of the Bing challenge. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna test that shit out. I think that'd be great.
What number are we on?
I forgot we got kind of sidetracked there.
Are we 2 now?
I think we're on 2. Yeah. I have my number 2, but I keep going first. I think you should give your number 2 first.
My number 2?
Yes.
Oh, that's a fucking hard one. Doing first-person shooters just throws me off because I have a lot of games that aren't, but a lot of them that are. Number 2? How am I going to have to go with Resident Evil number 1?
That was a great game.
2,
awesome game.
2 was a very good game. I will admit.
When did you even play Resident Evil 1?
My brother used to have a PlayStation.
See, because I had it and I was like 10, 11 at the time.
Yeah, my brother used to have a PlayStation.
It had to be before I was 11 because I lived...
I play all these games.
Before I moved up in this area. So yeah, it had to be a long time ago.
It was.
Alright.
So I'm living off on...
I remember, because back then I could not... I couldn't even get past like the first fucking area.
You kidding me?
You go down that hallway, then all of a sudden there's one like on the ground.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I guess probably because I was like 8 or 9. I couldn't get past it. I play games now that I played when I was, bust out the Super Nintendo or something. I'm like, this is cake work, but back then it was hard as hell. That's what they should redo. Instead of making like Resident Evil 5 million, well, actually it's 6 because they don't number the ones in between or something like that.
Have you seen the new Resident Evil?
Yeah, it's nothing like it.
It's bullshit,
right? That's why I haven't bought any.
After 2, they should have just stopped.
Right. As in with most games.
Yeah. Well, Half-Life, Portal.
Right. Right. Which I hear Valve is working on Left 4 Dead 3.
Which is bullshit.
There's no release date yet that I've seen, but...
No! Valve, you stop at 2. What are you doing?
Right. Most of the time they go to shit. Except for Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
3 was good, but Vice City, man.
That's the best
one. That's like the exception to the rule that I can think of.
Oh, man.
Well, I guess Call of Duty 4 was better than the Call of Duties previously. But ever since that one, it's kind of been going downhill little by little.
Yeah.
Alright, my number 2 now? My number 2. Alright, I'm going to throw you one that you probably... Only people about my age would probably think this. I'm going to say GoldenEye.
Oh, are you kidding me?
For the 64.
Oh, I used to play that all the time.
I know. That's another game me and the guys back in like 6th grade, man. We used to just play all the time.
Oh, man.
Especially because with bots, it was like the first-person shooter with bots. You could just put bots in and play by yourself if you wanted to.
It was revolutionary.
Or you could play with your friends and not have to kill each other to see all, how good you could do. Especially on, what was it, that first map, you're like in Russia or whatever? Like in the original campaign, you had to get a tank at the end or something, or get in a plane and fly out of there.
Yeah.
That one was the best, man.
I don't remember much from the campaign. I remember you going through a train.
Yes, there was a train level.
And then you using your laser watch to like cut a hole in the floor and jumping out.
I remember, yes. Yeah, that though, that was badass. That was a contender for number 1. So I think that's the game we spent most of the time playing. Like a lot of us got the 64 for that game. We just sit here like, what? For like a year? No, we're still playing this. It's like the only game we have. Until we got into wrestling, and then we got No Mercy and WrestleMania 14 or WrestleMania whatever it was at the time.
And you started throwing chairs at each other.
Right, yes. Alright. I guess we have made it. Bum bum bum.
Number 1. Oh, shit.
Well, I'm going to have to go with number 1 would be... I'm going back to COD. COD number 4. The first Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare, huh?
That was my shit. That was fun.
That was a fun game.
And it was a real toss-up between Call of Duty 3 and that one.
Right.
And then I thought of GoldenEye, so I'm like, well, I got it.
Man, that should have been your number 1.
So I had to throw that in there. I don't know if it was just because, I don't know, the maps, guns. It all just kind of fell in sync. You know, it was the first one where in the Call of Duty series where you didn't have to be the Nazis against the Americans. You just made a guy. I mean, you were on teams, like you were the whatever, but your guns, your team did not dictate your guns you got.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was very good. Changed the whole COD franchise.
Franchise?
Yes, fuck off. It's the curse of El Queso Diablo.
Oh no!
Yes, but yeah, that'd definitely be my favorite, I think. I can't do split screen. We learned that the other day.
Right.
Can't do split screen.
What the hell's up with that, man?
Right, I was very upset. Very upset, because that was very fun. I was hoping to do that again.
Man.
And I guess we could one time, but, I mean, one person playing at a time, but that's not as fun. That's not as fun. Let's face it. That's not as fun.
Oh, number one for me, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to either go with. It's a toss-up, man. Well, they're both by very nice company you've all heard of.
Yeah.
Valve, obviously.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm not saying no, but I'm saying oh.
Oh.
Damn it, man.
I'm a doctor, not a torpedo technician.
Watch out, that might be trademarked. We might get in trouble for that now.
Oh shit.
If they made it, 16 minutes into our video.
Who is that? Fucking Paramount.
Something like that. I don't know. Anyways, back to your
I'm
number
sorry,
one.
Paramount. I'm either gonna have to go with the original Half-Life. Have you ever played it?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay. Or Half-Life 2.
I guess we can let that, co number one since they're the same game.
It's a very long storyline because it goes hand in hand.
Right.
I want to play 2.5.
Right.
Which, Valve, I'm sorry, that is a third. You did piss me off there.
It is.
You're supposed to stop at 2, but it was an amazing game.
It was.
How about, you remember the boss at the end of the first one?
Nope.
The giant baby?
Nope.
You don't remember the giant baby?
Nope.
Ah.
Basically, the only thing from Half-Life I remember is in Half-Life 2, I think it was, the gravity gun.
The gravity gun.
That's about the only thing I remember because, well, how long was it between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2? It was like forever.
Quite a few years, man.
Like a decade?
About, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, and Half-Life 2 came out when I was like 15, 16? So a decade before that, I would have been 6.
I have them both, actually. I
I
don't
was
know.
probably a little older than 6 when it came out, estimating, but yes, no, I don't remember that at all.
Oh. How about the little fuckers that came out and shocked you?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
this has been
that
fun.
was our top 5. Well, I guess we can't say first-person shoot, but first-person shooters because we got into a third-person one there. But
yeah,
typical first-person shooters.
Yeah, roughly just shooting games.
Right, shooting games. Okay, guys, that was it for our top 5 favorite first-person shooters, our very first episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, always remember to like, favorite, share, subscribe, leave us some loving. Thanks. Peace.
See ya.